I'm not sure about what I'm gonna title this yet, but these were the cards that I've picked out for this reading. So we've got Hypnotic Dreamy, which is one of the muses. Trident, which is one of the relics, right? The special symbols or objects in my original cards. I know it's still blank, but I have like so many other things to do. But for this card, I've come up with, and I've actually written out the story behind it and everything, which I'm excited that it came up so I can read it out to y'all. We've got the Mermaid Muse as well. So I'm gonna start off by reading what I've written about this. My original card deck that I'm thinking of making is gonna be called Inspirations Oracle. So the Muse of Hypnotic Dreamy. The story. Legend tells the tale of the world's most mysterious and idolized person. Some considered him a vampire with a devout underground following. Hypnotized by the energy that later came to be known as crush fuel, they became willing members of his cult, the Cult of Dreamers. A vampire who didn't have to hunt for food, but rather his devout followers, dreamies, were his willing blood donors. Everyone had something to say about Hypnotic Dreamy, that he was an angel or the devil, a hero or villain. You could never understand me, he'd often whisper. He could see into their hearts and feel all of their projections. This muse is behind most love stories, both beautiful and tragic. His followers claim that he sees them, and most importantly, allows them to be themselves. He sees them fully and meets them where they are. He sees their inherent beauty and love within, as well as all their pain. But nobody sees him, and all they see in him are themselves, for better or for worse. The lesson. Are you really seeing yourself exactly for who you are? To practice the love of Hypnotic Dreamy, you must allow yourself to become vulnerable enough to witness yourself fully, removing all labels and assumptions about yourself. Allow yourself to see truly and be seen. Let it be. So the advice is, avoid making any assumptions about yourself or others around you. Do your own words and actions match up? Do other people's words and actions align? Don't allow yourself to become seduced by potential, assumptions, imagery, or possibilities. See things exactly for what they are. Love everything good fully, but detach yourself from everything that doesn't align with your highest good. And then we have, I know it's a lot, but I was like, I want the stories, I want the booklet, even if it's like a virtual booklet that I've typed out, I want it to be like an actual story, like a huge collection of stories. Very ambitious, I know. So each card has a light meaning and a shadow meaning. So light could be taken as upright and the shadow is reversed. So light upright, true love energy, having a spark, strong attraction or crush, being cherished, seen or witnessed, healthy, secure attachment. You are allowed to be yourself. And the shadow meanings, which we'll consider, projection, idolizing others, having negative assumptions about yourself or others, mistrust of love, heartbreak, attachment issues, difficulty seeing yourself clearly. So I read all that to make a point that this muse is calling for you to really be present with yourself. It really connects strongly to this other card, right? Joy card. To be in the present moment, to really take the time to love yourself fully, to practice that loving all good things, but in a healthy way, like not having excessive attachment, right? But at the same time, you have this healthy sense of discernment, and you know what to put your energy into, so that you're not outsourcing your power, or that you're not idolizing other people. So whatever it is you may be admiring in others, or you've looked up to in others, you have that potential within yourself. You have seen something, like a part of you has resonated with that, those traits that are being shown to you, you know, through another person. So whenever you catch yourself thinking, oh, this person's so amazing, they're brilliant at this and that, even if they are and they have these skills, or they appear a certain way that is amazing, you too have your own things that are good about you on the inside, right? Skills waiting to be developed, unlocked, and also live in the moment without holding on to, oh, the way things used to be, or the way things will be, that you think. So stop predicting and start living is the main message that I'm getting from this. And okay, we're gonna get into this card in a minute, but it really gave me this idea of no matter what anyone else says, you're allowed to be yourself, you're allowed to express your authenticity, and the right people will call that beautiful and find that so beautiful about you. So you can only be yourself, everyone else is taken. That statement is so true in that way. Like, even if some people think, oh, you're weird, or you're doing too much, you're too extra, asking for too much. No, like, you do have the ability to really mesmerize some people, and the right types of people, the right types of situations for you. So this lady lived her whole life being unapologetically true to herself. And even though other people were gossiping about her and like, oh, she's weird, she's strange, she's like, they were saying, oh, she's crazy, this is that. But then, she would live her own life. She would also, ignore the 3D reality of, like, ignore her haters and just carry on doing what she's doing, like, in her creativity, painting, and she loved the color green. That's why she's all dressed in green. Her house is green, all of that. So, okay, let's go back to the middle here, right? We've got one of the relics, Trident. This is about standing in your power, and that sense of we decide, we take the driver's seat, we decide how to lead our lives. And this card is very interesting. You may be asked to consider and make yourself open to new possibilities, or better ways of doing certain things. I really think this is talking about creativity. Let's say you have been trying to do one particular thing that's been in your heart for such a long time, a creative project, but the way you're going about it is causing so much resistance. And, rather than doing what a crazy person would do, keeps pushing it, and instead of butting heads with this huge obstacle, right? You're being asked to consider another route, another way that would actually get you what you want and would be much better for you. And you have the choices to make. And wow, that was really quite interesting. So it's like, open yourself up, stay in the present moment. work on healing any attachment issues you might have. Consider other possibilities. This is time for your creativity to really flourish and go to the next level.